Hey there, my name is Kenyetta S. and I'm here to talk to you about my experience as a participant in the DM Firm's Jumpstart Your Business program. I was actually a participant in the very first cohort, and I'm just going to share with you three things that I got out of it. The very first thing that I got out of it, which is probably the most important for me, is believe it or not, the most intimidating part about starting the business for me was not the actual starting of the business, but it was the writing of the business plan. It was something I just stayed away from it, avoided it at all costs. It was just a very scary process for me. What Tajmir helped me do was to really center myself, get focused, get clear. What is the purpose? Your who, your what, your how. What is your customer's avatar? Thinking about the business development aspect, also thinking about financing and marketing. I mean, literally from A to Z, she's helping you with this process. And after all those years of being intimidated and scurrying away from the necessity of having a business plan, I finally was able to get one done. The second thing that I got out of it was a sense of community. And for me, that's really important. I'm someone who lives inside of my head. For me, I have these conversations, this internal dialogue about, you're the only one. Nobody else is going through this with you. So you can't talk to anybody because they're going to think you're a loser, you're crazy. But the DM Firm, the Jumpstart Your program, is a safe space where you feel comfortable enough to really share some of your fears. All right. Because let's be honest, being an entrepreneur, it can be a very lonely process. And I think when you're a part of the African American community, I don't think entrepreneurship is always encouraged. I know, especially in my family, is not often encouraged. So having that support structure, that community to kind of encourage me to keep going, to feel comfortable enough to share my fears, that for me was very empowering. And it made me feel extremely confident. And the third thing that I got out of it also was most important thing for me too, along with the first one, is you have somebody that's kind of pushing you. What do I mean by that? So long after the first cohort is done or after your cohort is done, what Tajmir does is she does a lot of follow-up. And I'm talking about over the course of weeks to months. And in April of this year, she reached out to me and literally gave me that fire, that push that I needed to get back focused. We all get caught up in the humdrum of life, striving, surviving, all of that. And I think it was very beneficial to me to have somebody that was in my corner that believed in me to say, hey, don't stop, keep pushing, keep the goal in mind, get back up, get out there and make it happen. And don't drop it. That's your goal, make it happen. I'm someone who really appreciated that. Sometimes I need that because, sometimes you're dealing with some things. So I really appreciate Tajmir doing that. Just a lot of times you participate in stuff and you don't really get that follow-up, that special touch. So I appreciate that. So if you're someone who's on the benches or the bleachers and you're thinking about doing the Jumpstart program, don't think anymore. Get on the court. Take the Jumpstart program. You will not regret it. And that's that for me. That's it for me. I'm out. Thank you.